This is a monumental day for women in Ireland. This is about women taking their rightful place in Irish society.
The atmosphere
finally.
was eccentric on the 25th of May, when a referendum in Ireland was held and abortion was now
Just
legal.
such a great victory for women, for men, for our future generation. It's just, I'm so emotional. It's just wonderful news.
Professor Foos will now take you on a journey down the history of abortion in Ireland.
In modern countries as our own, abortion is a matter of course. But it hasn't always been this easy, and in some parts of the world it still isn't to this very day. The Eighth Amendment of the Constitution Act came into effect after a referendum in 1983. Wording of the amendment is: the state acknowledges the right to life of the unborn and with due regard to the equal rights to the life of the mother, guarantees in its laws to respect and, as far as practicable, by its laws to defend and vindicate that right. A 14-year-old girl who was pregnant after being raped was initially prevented by the courts from traveling to England to have an abortion. This story became known as the X case. The girl's parents had told the police about their intentions, saying that their daughter was suicidal, and the case made its way to the desk of the Attorney General. The Attorney General ruled that it was too risky for the mother of the child to travel to England to have an abortion due to the fact that she was suicidal and was putting the health of the child at risk. The girl was then permitted to travel to London to have an abortion, and during the hearings, according to the case, the woman had a miscarriage at a hospital.
Abortion is a raging political battle in a number of countries, especially Ireland. X case might sound devastating in our normative point of view, but an important aspect of why the abortion tensions in Ireland always has been unacceptable could be religion. The people of Ireland has a very religious mindset. This might be because the massive suppression they have experienced from England. We have seen through history that suppressed people console themselves with the fact that God exists and gives them hope for a brighter future. And this barrier for free abortion is still going on because of the Catholic people still obey their religious leader, the Pope. Actually, Pope Francis compared having an abortion to hiring a hitman to eliminate a problematic person. Francis stated, "Is it right to hire a man to solve a problem? You cannot. It's not right to kill a human being, regardless of how small it is, to solve a problem. It's like hiring a hitman to solve a problem," he said. But whether or not a person chooses to hire a hitman, abortion is a problem that always has been around. Perhaps the issue to tackle isn't in fact the abortion itself, but whether or not the government choose to criminalize the act.
In 2013, the Protection of Life During Pregnancy Act was signed into law. This law states that if a woman's life is at risk during her pregnancy, she can legally have an abortion. After much debate, in 2018, on the 25th of May, voters were asked if they wanted the Eighth Amendment to be repealed. The country voted 66.4% to 33.6% to remove the amendment, with over 2 million votes cast.
It's been more than a year since the landslide vote for abortion rights. Yet there's still protests taking place all over Ireland. Women are marching the streets of Dublin, holding signs stating things such as "Get your rosaries off our ovaries" and the classic "My body, my choice." But why are women marching for an abortion law when abortion has been legally accessible since January 2018? Wouldn't it be easier or perhaps more pragmatic to just settle with the abortion law that has already been established? Well, in Denmark, everybody's entitled to get an abortion if they're above the age of 18 and 12 weeks or less pregnant. If the person is under 18, they have to bring a consent from a parent or a guardian, but this can be avoided if you apply for it. You can also apply to get an abortion if you're more than 12 weeks pregnant, then you have to go to the doctor's office, and it's a long process. But perhaps the most remarkable difference between Ireland and Denmark in the abortion laws is that abortion is protected by law here in Denmark. And it's also protected by the law that there is no protesters outside of an abortion clinic. It's a completely anonymous process, and you don't have to say why you get an abortion, and you don't have to be confronted with your choices or harassed with your choices, as some would put it.